Hey guys, Thunderhound369 here, and today, I don't know if you can, how well you guys can see this, but I've got Transformers Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime standing here, and I've also got Ultra Magnus standing here. Now, what does that mean when these two are usually together for one video? Well, pretty much it can only mean one thing: that I'm getting ready to go through the combination of these two. Now, I may not be walking you exactly through because I've got my own way of doing this. I just kind of got my own little tricks of the trade that I've learned to try to simplify this, but it's not an easy combination because after a while things do get a bit gawky. Trying to hold this big chunk and trying to hold this big chunk and putting this chunk and that chunk together. Well, you'll see. Anyway, there's not much background on Omega Prime, but there is a little bit here on the TF Wiki. It says, due to the greed of Ultra Magnus, Optimus Prime was forced into a combination with his brother. Magnus merely wanted the power of the Matrix of Leadership for himself, thinking that a combination would let him access that power. The result of their combination is Omega Prime, a seemingly unique individual who not only combines the best of his component parts' abilities, but adds a considerable amount of power to the total. His importance in the fight against evil cannot be overestimated, stretching beyond even his own universe. So, let's see. Where do we go from here? Well, I'm not going to get into a whole big background on everything. I'll give you just a little bit of brief attention. So we can only do one thing from here, and that's combine these guys and show you what Omega Prime is. So basically we strip Optimus pretty much bare bones here. Pretty much don't really need everything on Prime, so we'll just kind of get rid of everything that's just unnecessary. Should have done this before, but why not wait till the last minute? And we'll put Prime back into basically this mode. You'll have him to where he looks like this once more. We'll go ahead and put Prime down here to the side. You ought to see the junk pile already. And basically we're going to pull all the parts off of Magnus as well. Basically what you're going to have is a combiner parts former. Basically we start with the legs or the feet. And like I said, I'm not going to get into a whole lot of details with this. I'm just going to ramble through it because I don't quite remember a whole lot that goes on with this because I keep losing the instinct to want to transform this guy half the time. Because half the time I forget how. Literally. There you have one leg, one big boot. Now let's see if I can remember how I did that. Because like I said, I always forget how to do this combination because it gets to be a bit tricky after so long a time. there, this comes here, this flips up like this goes like that, it just squishes in, sandwiches in like that. Like so. Then basically peg and port, got the peg on the bottom, ports on the insides of these things. Basically, like I said, hold on to everything. And just peg this little sucker together here. Peg that in like so. Bring this in like so. Bring that in like that. I think something doesn't seem right here. Let's try it again. Pegs in. Got this little thing that pegs into the front just like so, and then this pegs up like this. And there you've given Prime a leg to stand on. Now we give him his other leg. Oh, we're off camera. Off camera. Boo. Where you at, hole? Pegs it in just like so. There you have Optimus with these ginormous, humongous shit kickers on now. So we'll go ahead and set him off to the side. Well, on second thought, we'll go ahead and leave him here and do the fists. Now, fists get to be kind of fun in a way, because basically Magnus's thumb, the peg here, is just going to port right into Prime's hand, which gets to be quite fun because it's just more or less. Now the way they pretty much do this on the animated series is Ultra Magnus, Optimus Prime, you see them reach out, shake hands, and everything just combines. Well, I can't do the whole handshake thing, so basically you just peg Magnus's thumb in. And once you've got that, you just peg everything together. You just clip everything together, maybe. You've got the two pegs that are supposed to just peg into this piece. Maybe. And again, maybe not. There we go. And then basically you come over here and you do the same thing with the other hand. Just peg everything together. Get in there. Like I said, I thought this was going to be a little bit easier than it normally is, but I usually find I used to have little tricks to where it made this fairly simple to do, but as you can see, now he's got his big boxing gloves on. Now for the fun part. This is the fun part. This is where things get interesting. There's stuff that goes every which way on this guy. Because basically you want this out to the sides. Down, Bruno, down. Neighbor's dog, I hope you didn't hear that. Whoop. Have a piece pop off here, which is a first. On this guy anyway. Now, like I said, this is where things get a little, just a tad, can be just a tad tricky. Because basically you just want to almost reverse everything to where you can get most of this stuff out of your way, because you got to have these two red parts come out like so. Like I said, I should have practiced this just before we come on camera, but nah. What the heck's the little practice going to do? What's the use in that? Bring these back around to where they connect with each other like so. And like I said, this is where things get really tricky, trying to remember how to do all this stuff. Move this and move that and twist this and turn here, and apparently we've got a part not wanting to cooperate here. Just get most of this stuff out of your way. Most of this stuff you can just doesn't have a whole lot of places to go to. You just move it around until you find a good suitable hiding spot for it. Let me connect this back up again so it keeps coming apart. Like so, and hopefully now we should be able to set this on here, and this is where it's going to get a little aggravating again, because you got two ports, two pegs. If everything worked out right, you should peg right on, just like so. Get the arms out the way, because this should lock in just there, like so. Bring these pieces out. You can put this pretty much where you want to. I usually leave it up like so. Now for the big epic head reveal. There you have Omega. There he is in all his splendor, all his glory. Two little pads right there. There he is. Now this, in my opinion, is one magnificent combiner. I don't care what anybody says. I love this guy. Overall, I mean, the look of it is just totally awesome. It's got, look at it, this thing is huge. I mean, Here, we'll give you some idea. I've got, here's Transmetal's Rat Trap. Look at this guy. Just look at the size. This guy is ginormous. And I love him just for pure height of it. And I don't even know if you've got this thing on camera. Let me check. Oh yeah, he's in shot. Great in shot. I mean, look at him. I mean, his articulation, his head will move, can go up and down. His arms, although do get a little limited at the shoulder. Ah, timber! Is it? I mean, it's just pretty much the same articulation as Prime had. You've got all that, you know, plus Prime's legs, and then plus, you know, the way the feet work now, you have ankle articulation. Actually, now, see that? You got an ankle pivot now, as well as a forward and back motion, as well as toe articulation. This guy is just awesome all the way around. And then, like I said, he's got this big giant honking cannon, which the way I normally do it for the big guy, is if once you get it folded up a certain way, it just creates one big giant cannon, big laser cannon. But overall, all I can say is for everybody that does not have R.I.D. Prime and R.I.D. Magnus, if you don't have those two to where you can form this guy for your display on your collection, if you're a Transformer collector, I highly recommend trying to find these two guys so you can have this. I mean, this thing is magnificent. So guys, I highly recommend picking these guys up so you can have it, so you can have Omega Prime. I'm Thunderhound 369. I hope everybody's enjoyed the video. I want to thank everybody for watching it. And wow, what a process it's been. First Optimus, then Magnus, and now this splendid piece of plastic crack combined into this awesome toy. Guys, pick one up. Pick him up. I'm Thunderhound 369. Until next time, guys, we are out of here. See y'all. Excuse me. Can I get around you, sir? I got to turn my camera off. Excuse me. Pardon me. Pardon me.